Welcome back to the channel. My name's Adam Smith, and today I am very excited to be checking out the latest edition in the Solo Hero series. This is Wraith and the Giants, designed by Scott Almes and published by Renegade Games Studios. Wraith and the Giants is a solitaire game of epic battles against elemental giants. You progress through 4 unique boss fights at 3 different Wraith ages. You chain your card combos together to scar and defeat the giants. Every 23 years since time unknown, giants have risen from the lands beyond, marching towards the village to feed. Your grandmother fought and defeated these monsters while she was alive. The duty had fallen to her upon the death of her grandmother, and so forth, back as far as legend records. Your grandmother is gone, so you now must take up her sword and bow as a living shadow. Can you continue the story and protect the village from a catastrophic end? On the back of the box, you can see highlights of what this game looks like on the table, as well as the full component listing through the center. When the box lid first comes off, and worth mentioning, the box lid itself has UV spotting on it. You'll see it on the logo as well as on the monster in the center. Once we get inside, you'll see the rulebook underneath of this, and of course we'll take a close-up look at everything inside the rulebook in just a moment. The storybook is found here, and then underneath that, a number of game components to go through. As we crack inside the rulebook, you'll see at the very top left a solo game by Scott Almes, so this is going to be very much in line with everybody watching here on the channel. We got the story here, which I've read out previously. Components, we'll take an up-close look at everything inside the box as we go through this video. The setup instructions there on the right side, 7 full steps. One thing you'll notice as you go through the rulebook is that it doesn't use all the white space on each of the pages, which is actually quite nice. Things are spaced out nicely, doesn't feel overcrowded, also doesn't feel overwhelming to read through. And as it goes along explaining things like resolving a card or movement actions, climbing, dropping, and leaping, it's got a number of pictures and illustrations throughout. Now we see how some of the examples are laid out in the rulebook. For example, a climb action here showing it illustrated, as well as a drop action below it. Now as we get closer to the end of the rulebook, you can also start to see how the game ends. There are several ways the game can end. Of course, you can win, being one of the ways, if you've defeated the giant in one of these 2 ways. You've either emptied the giant's health pool, or you've dealt the giant a number of scars equal to its scars limit, counting scars in and above the giant row. But you can also, of course, lose the game in any of these instances. Either the giant cannot draw a card during its action step, or you have to refill your hand but you can't, or you are dealt wounds equal to or exceeding your wound limit. Once you've entirely beaten the game, you can come here to Dangerous Footholds to get even more into the game, as well as a gauntlet mode, and there's additional rules for an adult Wraith. And last but not least, there's an additional rule set here for Elder Wraiths. Next up is the storybook. It's 27 pages long. You're seeing pages 2 and 3 right here. I'm not going to go any further into the book because I don't want to spoil anything that you will enjoy as you go through this one solo, but you'll see the first 2 pages here of the story called I Still Feel the Aftershocks. Back inside the box, you're going to find a number of baggies to help you store and organize the game as you open up for the first time. Next up, we have wooden tokens here. They're screen printed. We'll take an up-close look at these in just a moment, as well as 4 packs of cards. And that's going to wrap up this game unboxing video for Wraith and the Giants, coming from Renegade Games Studios, the latest entry in the solo hero series. Stay tuned to the channel and subscribe, as I will be diving into a game overview and gameplay video in the very near future to show you this one in action to help you make an informed decision on it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, keep on rolling solo.